What's up, gentlemen? So I've mentioned before that talking about money makes me uncomfortable. It's just my weird little thing, right? But what makes me more uncomfortable is seeing all of these internet idiots that are trying to sell you on the fact that they are going to have the secret to help you unlock all of your financial dreams and just start killing it. Coincidentally, every single one of them, the first step is buy my course, hit that link, sign up for my newsletter, attend my seminar where I'm going to sell you a ton of crap you don't need. It drives me freaking crazy when I see them because I know that some of you guys are like, yo, I want to learn to be rich. I want to learn to be a millionaire. That sounds awesome. And you buy their course. Now, the deal is some of these courses may have solid information in them. But the truth is 99.999.7% of these dudes have never done shit except create a course and convince you to buy it. Today, guys, I'm going to go over my personal 6-step plan that if I were telling 18-year-old Alpha, yo, if you want to be rich someday, you want to be a self-made millionaire, you got to follow these 6 steps. I want to share that with you because I started from zero. Now, the good news for you is that I'm no different than you. I'm also not smarter. I'm kind of a dumb guy, but I figured a few things out, and today I'm going to share them with you. So I'm going to assume you already have a job. Now, whether or not that job is a great job or a bad job or you need to get a second job in order to make more money, that is beside the point. The first thing that I would tell you if you wanted to be a self-made millionaire is live below your means, all right? There are 2 areas in our lives where we spend the most amount of money. It is housing and it is our car. It is all about delayed gratification. In today's society, I know it's tough, right? Because all day you're getting bombarded by all sorts of amazing stuff on your phone, on computer, pounded. All day you are getting pounded in the face and bombarded by stuff. And you think, oh, damn, I need stuff because if I don't have stuff, then I'm not successful. And if I don't have stuff, then maybe that spicy senorita won't like me. Grab all those feelings of wanting to buy stuff and push it down. The lower you can live below your means, the better off you're going to be. Your housing, like we said, if you can live in a place that's a little bit less nice than the place that you could technically afford, and your car, your auto payment each and every month, that's another one of those expenses that can get a little bit high that you very easily can get down if you're more sensible and logical as opposed to thinking, oh, dude, I could afford that badass ride and I would look so sick driving down the street being like, yo, mom, I'd be laid back, right? I know that's what you're thinking. And there are a lot of dudes that do that, right? Now, these dudes will never, ever, ever be financially free, but they do it. I call them the $30,000 millionaires, right? They're crushing it in their head. They're driving the nicest car. They're living in the nicest place, except they've got $0 in the bank. This tip is the most important, if I'm being completely honest. You've got to learn to live below your means. You will never be financially free or have FU money until you do. The second step, gentlemen, is a step that I did not do that I wish I had started sooner, and that is investing my extra money. Now, for me, I was an entrepreneur, right? A lot of the extra money that I was making, I was investing back into the business, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the video. I want to talk a little bit about why I encourage each and every one of you to start some type of side hustle or just start thinking about a business. Because the truth is, 2 out of 3 millionaires all are entrepreneurs and business owners. Anyway, I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. But what you need to do, gentlemen, with that extra money, you've got to put it to work. And this is something that I didn't know because nobody taught me about this stuff when I was younger, right? One of the downsides to growing up poor is that you don't have like financial literacy around you. And what I mean by financial literacy is people around you that are investing and talking to you about the importance of starting to save, starting to diversify at a young age. Me, it was much older that I realized that, yo, I need to start doing something. I was the dude that was keeping money like in a checking account or a savings account, which honestly is like the worst place you can keep it in terms of growing your wealth. One of the other reasons why I didn't start investing at a younger age is that I was like totally scared. I didn't know. I thought that you needed a ton of cash in order to actually start investing. When the truth is, guys, if you've got $500, you can actually start a Wealthfront account. Wealthfront is today's video sponsor. There's been decades and decades of data that show that investing in a globally diversified portfolio of low-cost index fund is the best way to put your savings to work. Now, if you're like, yo, globally diversified index of what? Exactly. That's the problem. It's kind of confusing unless you're educated about it. And that's why I love Wealthfront, because they make investing easy, affordable, and accessible. Guys, to set up an account with Wealthfront, it is quick. You need a few minutes and $500. Literally, you can set up a Wealthfront account with $500, and then Wealthfront, they'll take care of the rest. And you know how I said Wealthfront is affordable? Their annual management fee is 0.25%. And right now, guys, they've got an even better offer for you. If you hit that link down below, invest.wealthfront.com/alpha, The first $5,000 that you invest is going to be managed for free for life. I am so jealous that you have this incredible resource, this incredible platform, Wealthfront, to take advantage of. But you got to take advantage of it in order to get started. Guys, hit the link down below. Get started today. Invest.wealthfront.com/alpha. If you go through our link, guys, set up the account. It takes a few minutes, $500. You're going to get the first $5,000 you invest managed for free. Guys, do not wait. Get started today. If I could go back in time, I think about that, right? And it really upsets me when I think about if I just started investing, earlier when I was younger in my 20s, oh my God, even if it was $100 or $200, I think about where I would be today, and it absolutely makes me a little bit crazy. But you can't go back in time, but you can start investing now. Guys, it's about starting investing, all right? The third tip I want to talk about is something a little more personal, and that is your network. The third tip and step in developing your financial freedom, gentlemen, is to develop your network. Now, I know that this might be a weird one, right? Because a lot of people are probably like, oh, do real estate, do that. Network. You've heard the saying, your network is your net worth. You got to stop hanging out with losers, and you got to be on. Now, I'm not saying that these dudes are bad people, but if you ever expect to move forward professionally, personally, or financially, you got to surround yourself with people that have the same mindset, people that are smarter than you, people that can help you grow, people that can help you or open doors and opportunities for you. Before I met Antonio Centeno, I had the scarcity mindset. I thought, okay, this is mine. It's either I'm winning and you're losing, or you're going to try and steal what I've worked for. And then Antonio was like, yo, why don't we just hang out with other smart people and entrepreneurs, get to know each other? I was like, what are you trying to steal from me? Apparently, he wasn't trying to steal anything. And what ended up happening is something amazing. From the time I met Antonio and started networking and making new friends that were smarter than me, that were ahead of me in the entrepreneurial journey and ahead of me financially, I started to make more money. I started hanging out with all of these high value people. I started getting inspired. I was like, yo, if you can do it, I can do it. And we started collaborating and working together. And now I have people that I can reach out to and commiserate. And if I ever need anything, they got my back. Gentlemen, you've got to develop your network. I'm telling you, this is a very often overlooked aspect of the financial equation. But if you ever expect to grow personally or professionally, you got to make sure that the people you surround yourself are growing in the same direction. The fourth step is pay down your debt. Get rid of that debt, because here's how debt works, right? You buy something on credit or whatever it is, right? You're like, ooh, I got these really cool new sneakers. You wear them, you're like, yeah, check me out. Guess what happened? The person or credit card company that lent you that money is like, yeah, you enjoy those and pay me my 18% interest. The credit card company that lent you the money to buy those sneakers that are awesome for 6 weeks now is making passive income on you because of that interest rate. Gentlemen, you are never, ever going to be financially free until you get your spending under control and you pay off your debt. For me personally, debt scares the shit out of me, right? I hate debt. I hate looking at the bill, seeing the interest I'm paying. If I can get rid of that interest payment, that's more money in my pocket that I can use to invest or start businesses or do whatever I want. If I want to buy gold teeth and rims, I can do it, but at least I'm not making somebody else rich. I hate debt. But Alpha, some debt's good. Fine. Some debt's good. Like I said, one person's opinion, all right? I know that there are a lot of people that use money and leverage and buy things and have passive income with rent. That's a whole nother video for another time. For me though, what I'm telling you is that if you've got a lot of debt, you're never, ever going to have FU money. All right, so now I want to talk about the fifth step in the Alpha M plan to be a self-made man, which is start a business. We have never lived in a more amazing time in terms of if you are motivated, if you've got any type of little idea, and you've got $100, you can literally start a business that generates big money. Now, I'm not saying to quit your job tomorrow because you got an idea. That is a huge mistake that a lot of people make. Guys, it is all about developing some type of business on the side that you're interested in while you have a job that's paying the bills. So for me personally, from the age of 12, I knew I wanted to own my own business. I am an entrepreneur to my core. A lot of people aren't though, and that's fine. You don't need to be. It doesn't mean that you got to quit your job. It doesn't mean that you've got to only do one thing. But I am a firm believer, and I've seen it for myself, that when you look for something that interests you and you actually follow that and figure out a way to monetize it in whatever way, it can lead to amazing things and ultimately lead to financial freedom and FU money. So many businesses out there that you could start for like little to no money. I'm not talking about like a car dealership. Of course, you need a ton of cash, right? But there are a lot of different options out there. Now, if you're like, yo, Alf, I just don't know, do a Google search. Literally, do a Google search for what business can you start for like under $1,000. You're gonna get a ton of different ideas. Some might be awesome, some might be super stupid. I've actually looked and I know that there are. Which brings us to the 6th step in the Alpha M plan of becoming a self-made man, and that is to get to work. Gentlemen, in the back of my watch, right, I had it engraved, get to work. Why? Because this is the step of the equation that is the most important. You can think, you can talk, you can conceptualize all you want, but you gotta get to fucking work. If I can do it, you can do it. You wanna know why? Because you're smarter than me. I'm not that smart. I'm also not that gifted and talented. You are way better equipped to be successful than I am. But what I have the ability to do is work hard. I work hard every day. I show up. I get the job done. All right, even when it's not fun, even when I'm not getting a ton of likes on Instagram or whatever, I show up. And that is the thing that so many people don't want to do. They want to talk about it. They want to think about it. They want to tell people that they're going to do it. But when it comes to actually rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty, gentlemen, they don't want to do it. If you want to be successful, if you want to be a self-made man, you got to be willing to roll up your sleeves and do the work.